Welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I use nutritional supplements in my practice rather than toxic pharmaceutical drugs and sometimes deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality and health and well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body. You are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That's why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 29 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes, hypertension, obesity, skin diseases like psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, acne, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle. But what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human biological system is a healing system. It's a regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may call that a miracle, it really is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, if you want to get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program or help a loved one or friend or family member get off their medication and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we can help you. 866-735-2470 is our number. 866-735-2470 if you have a success story you'd like to share or if you just want to contribute to the conversation. 866-735-2470 is our number today on The Bright Side, every day on The Bright Side. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products you hear advertised on the program, head over to my website, criticalhealthnews.com, pharmacistben.com, also brightsideben.com. You can order products right off the website. You can check out our blog as well. We also have video posts up at criticalhealthnews.com. Just did one on diabetes. I have one coming up on acne. There's probably about 7. Well, there's a whole bunch of them up there at criticalhealthnews.com. You can also purchase Truth Treatment products if you so desire off my website, truthtreatments.com. Make sure you take a look at our retinol 5% gel. No preservative, no fragrance, no filler, no wax, no water, no nothing that your skin doesn't use or doesn't need. All our products, all my Truth Treatment products are formulated that way with high concentrations of nutrients and none of the bad stuff. Nothing that you shouldn't have to pay for something that your skin is not using or needing. If you buy a typical skincare product, you're paying for 90 to 95% filler and wax and water and stuff that you don't need. Why should you have to pay for water? Why should you have to pay for silicone? Why should you have to pay for wax? Why should you have to pay for a preservative and emulsifying agent? It just doesn't make sense, folks. Check out our products at truthtreatments.com, including our retinol 5% gel, truthtreatments.com. Okay, so talking about veggies and the ketogenic diet and weight loss. A few more things I want to say about veggies, and then we'll get into some practical aspects, some more practical. It's all practical, but some specific practical aspects of how to employ the ketogenic diet, which you want to kind of start in slowly with, and which you also don't necessarily need to go full-blown ketogenic. You know, the ketogenic diet can be employed in different degrees. If you're using the ketogenic diet for seizure disorders, you probably want to go 90% fat. That's what's recommended by medical folks. If you're just trying to lose weight, you may want to go 60 to 65% fats. In any case, it's a low-carb, high-fat, moderate protein diet to different degrees. We'll continue talking about that after I finish up a few more things about vegetables, which I find incredibly fascinating. Hopefully you do too. Last time we spoke, we talked about the electrical nature of veggies. In addition to the fact that there's these a whole class of nutrients, 25,000 or so of nutrients that are called phytonutrients or plant nutrients that are not found anywhere else. They're just found in veggies, carotenes and flavonoids and lignans and saponins. We know them by names like beta-carotene or lutein or zeaxanthin or quercetin. You hear these periodically. You'll hear about these in the world of nutrition. They're only found in plants. They're tremendously valuable. And they're one of the main reasons why you want to make sure that most of your caloric intake, or at least most of the foods that you eat, are coming from vegetables. Yesterday we talked about how vegetables have this miraculous, magical way of electrifying minerals, of binding them up, of tying them up with proteins and making dead minerals or inorganic minerals into usable organic minerals. This is the greatest gift, in my opinion, the greatest gift that veggies give to the human beings and the animals that eat them. They can turn silt and rock and inorganic minerals into living substances, and nothing else is capable of this. With all our amazing scientific know-how and the biggest factories and the most sophisticated scientific techniques and intricate technologies, we can't even begin to approach the miraculous chemical processes that occur in the tiniest little spaces of the tiniest little bean sprout or the tiniest little beet top or celery leaf. This is truly a miracle of the highest degree. Vegetation eats rock. Vegetation then transforms that rock into nutritional minerals. It electrically vivifies the minerals so that the animals can eat them and then leverage the power of the minerals to sustain their livingness. Can't eat rocks, but you can eat those minerals or eat those rocks once they've been transformed into living minerals. The plant turns inorganic minerals into organic minerals, and just as spectacularly, by the way, via the bacteria that are associated with those plants, that live in the roots of those plants and the bacteria that are linked to them can turn nitrogen gas, inert nitrogen gas, which makes up 80% of our environment and is completely useless to the animals that live on the planet, including us. These nitrogen-fixing bacteria that are associated with the plants can turn this inert nitrogen gas into protein, into usable nitrogen. That's what protein really is. It's usable nitrogen. And this all occurs via the miracle of these plants and the nitrogen-fixing bacteria that live on the plants. Plants also transform the sun into matter. Another miracle. Plants can turn the sun into sugar. It's staggering. This is mind-boggling. How does the sun get turned into sugar via the action of a plant? Nobody knows. That's called photosynthesis, and it is another miracle performed by plants. Even the vitamins, themselves miraculous elements, and nobody understands really what the heck's going on, how to make vitamins. We can make some of them, but it takes humongous factories to do them, but not all of them. We can make a few, but plants can do it. Plants can make vitamins. Plants can make sugars. Plants can make fats. Plants can make protein. Plants can turn inorganic minerals into organic minerals. All of this occurs with a sophistication that to a biochemist is just mind-blowing. Should be mind-blowing to all of us, and this is in the humblest little vegetable, and nothing we can do in a laboratory. It doesn't matter. We don't need to do it in a laboratory. It's all set up for us, all a gift of the divine force, set up for us through the vegetating plant, i.e. the vegetable, which can be basically thought of as an intermediary between the earth, between the planet and the animal, between death and life, between inertia and animation. All nutrient material is formed in the vegetable world. The animal world makes nothing. The animal world just uses the vegetable world and then returns it back to the vegetable world so it could be recycled. The animal kingdom, us, animals, just uses stuff and recycles it back to the earth where the vegetation can pick it up again. So in a way, we're all vegetarians. Even carnivores and omnivores are ultimately only leveraging the power of vegetables. This is the logic of veganism. Why go to the intermediate when you can go to the source? Why derive nutrition from meat, which is in itself getting the nutritional value from vegetation? Well, there's an answer to that, which we're going to be talking about it. Animals have a way of concentrating the nutritional value of the vegetable in their flesh. So vegans will tell you and vegetarians will tell you, why mess around with the meat? You can just go right to the vegetable. Vegetables, vegans and vegetarians will say, oh, vegetables have everything. They have protein. Well, what they're missing is animals densify those nutrients. Meat and dairy and other animal products are more nutritionally dense because the job of the animal is to compress all that power that's in the vegetable kingdom. You don't need to eat anywhere near as much meat to get the same nutritional value as you do from vegetables. This is the reason why animal products are so valuable. Despite what you hear from vegans and vegetarians, animal products are tremendously valuable. And it's unfortunate to avoid that value, in my humble opinion. But there's a dark side, too. We'll talk about that when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back right after this.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Be sure to visit GCNlive.com today.
Okay, we are back on The Bright Side. Got lines open for you at 866-735-2470. We want to help you change your life today. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drug, if you're stuck on a prescription drug like a beta blocker or calcium channel blocker or any prescription drug and the doctor said you're going to be on it the rest of your life, please understand there's no need for anybody to be on a prescription drug for the rest of their life. Yes, you need a prescription drug once in a while. You need to be stabilized, perhaps. Pain pills are important. Antibiotics can be important as well. Perhaps there's a need at times for chemotherapy, although nowhere near as much as it's used. But nobody should ever have to be stuck on a prescription drug. If you are on one, please understand, if you are taking a prescription drug, you are not helping yourself. You're making matters worse and you're accelerating your demise, even if your cholesterol scores are lower, even if your diagnostics are better. It doesn't matter. That's statistics. That's not health. Health is not statistics. And there is no way anybody can defend the use of a prescription drug for the long term aside from diagnostics. If you're stuck on one, please let us help you. We can wean you off your prescription drugs, tell you how to wean yourself off your prescription drugs using good nutrition, using a good nutritional supplement program as well. 866-735-2470 is our number, 866-735-2470. If you have questions about skin health issues, ingredients, formulations, or if you just have a success story, or if you want to contribute to the conversation, we have lines open for you, 866-735-2470. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products you hear advertised on the program or sign up to join the Brightside Ben team, you can head over to my websites, brightsideben.com, criticalhealthnews.com, or pharmacistben.com, or you can call the phone team directly at 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470. If you want to start yourself a little business, helping spread the word about the power and importance of a good nutritional supplement program. If you've experienced the successes, if you're one of the success stories that I hear about all the time, and you want to contribute now, you want to pay it forward, and you want to generate an income as well, call 866-735-2470 for a one-time $25 fee. You can become a distributor. Even if you just want to get your products at the wholesale price, 866-735-2470 is the phone number for the Brightside Ben phone team. Okay, so in a way, we're all vegetarians. If we're eating meat, we're still accessing the power of the vegetable, concentrated as it may be. This is what makes meat and dairy and other animal products so darn valuable and why it's so unfortunate to avoid them. Now, if you have philosophical reasons why you don't want to eat meat, I can't argue with that. I'm not a big believer in killing things to eat them. That doesn't turn me on to do it. But we live, this is the way the world is structured. It's called the food chain. And I didn't make it up. It's just there. Little things eat bigger things, and the bigger things get eaten by still bigger things. That's just how it works. And that's called the food chain. And when it comes to meat and dairy and eggs and animal products, you don't need to eat anywhere near as much of them to get the same nutritional value that you would from vegetables. Save the phytonutrients, except for the phytonutrients, which you have to pretty much eat veggies to get. The phytonutrients are dense in vegetables, but with the exception of the phytonutrients, you're going to get more of everything when you eat meat because animals densify the vegetation. That's their job. Animals are in constant movement, constant activity, and this makes their nutrients readily available. This makes meat a source of readily available nutrition. Much of the nutritional value of plants is locked up. It's tied up. It's difficult to get to. It has to be released by processing, by cooking, by grinding, by heat, by enzymes. There's various different ways to do it. Fermentation. Living forces such as bacteria have a way of loosening up those nutrients. Even if you're not going ketogenic, veggies should play a key role in all healthy diets. I'm not saying that vegetables are not important. They're tremendously important. They're filling, they're medicinal, they're nature's way of turning rocks into nutrition. They can turn inert soil substances and make them usable minerals. This was one of Dr. Wallach's brilliant insights. This is what plant-derived minerals are all about. This is what drives longevity. This is what drives the longevity business. This is what makes the Beyond Tangy Tangerine so powerful. But as important as they are, in my opinion, and it's true, we should be eating more from the veggie food groups than any other. But this